Okay, let us see chapter number 7, McDougall's Cave. McDougall's Cave. The title of the chapter is McDougall's Cave. Here we have completed 6 chapters so far. The 7th chapter, we are going to see 2 twists, 2 important incidents will happen here. So let us see what will happen. It was Becky Thatcher's birthday on Saturday, and all of Becky's friends were happy and excited. All of Becky's friends were happy and excited. I am having a big picnic near the river, said Becky to Tom. So, as Becky was the daughter of town's judge, she was rich. That's why both father and daughter invited the children of St. Petersburg to her birthday. So, as Becky was close to Tom, as she's the girlfriend of Tom, Becky invited Tom also. Where the place of the picnic is near the river, and after the picnic, there was a surprise tour to McDougall's Cave. McDougall's Cave. A cave means it's an underground passage, an underground chamber in the hills generally. And these are the caves we generally see if you go to Araku, Visakhapatnam. We see their tunnels and caves there. While when you travel by train only. Okay, let us see. The cave mentioned here is McDougall's Cave. And after the picnic, we can visit McDougall's Cave also. It will be a great fun, said Tom. He liked Becky a lot. On Saturday morning, a big boat took Becky and Tom and their friends down the river. So, as they promised, on the occasion of birthday, all the young boys and girls went to picnic to Mississippi River. And there were no fathers and brothers. Because it was the party for only boys and girls. A few boys and girls who were 18 years old. For the young people only, we can finally see. There were a lot of good things to eat, and everyone ate, played, and had fun. After the picnic, the children went to visit McDougall's Cave. So first they enjoyed eating food, drinking. By playing, they had fun. So after the picnic, as Becky promised, the children were taken on a ship to McDougall's Cave. Everybody had candles because it was dark inside the cave. The cave is completely dark and it was a mysterious thing. Some children were afraid, but they all went in because there was a group of children. That's why they put aside their fear. And caves are exciting and mysterious. Exciting means interesting. Mysterious means unable to understand. Difficult to understand. That was about. And here is the second paragraph. McDougall's Cave was a very big. It had hundreds of tunnels. So tunnel is also an artificial underground passage, especially one built through a hill. An artificial underground passage. So we can see there are a lot of tunnels, rooms, and secret passages. Also, that's why it is said to be mysterious. No one knew all of them. The children played and ran in the tunnels and in the rooms, but they always played near the entrance only. They did not want to get lost because it was mysterious, and it was, if one goes deep, they may not come because no one knows the total routes. Tom and Becky wanted to find a new tunnel. They walked and walked, and soon they were alone. They were alone. As both like adventures, and particularly Tom is adventurous, he always wants to find things new, find new things. So with that excitement, he took Becky along with him to find a new tunnel. In the process of finding a new tunnel, they were alone. They were lost. They lose their way. In the evening, the other children returned to the boat. They laughed and talked. They were very tired, but they did not notice that Tom and Becky were not there. Tom and Becky were not there. The people did not notice, and they have forgotten about Tom and Becky as they were in, because they were already in the cave and lost their way. The boat took them back to St. Petersburg, leaving Tom and Becky in the cave, in the mysterious and the big cave. So let us see what will happen. Huck saw the boat, but he did not know about the picnic. Here, all the boys and girls, all the young boys and girls were invited to the Becky's birthday party. But the only guy who was not invited in the village is Huck, because there is a reason. The mothers of St. Petersburg did not like him. They never invited him to birthday picnics. But tonight, Huck was not interested in the birthday picnics. We have already known in the chapter number 2, he lives in streets. The lifestyle makes him think so. The lifestyle of Huckleberry Finn makes the parents think so, as he has bad habits of smoking, and he wears dirty clothes, and he uses bad languages. Because of these reasons, the parents of the St. Petersburg do not allow their children to talk with Huckleberry Finn and make friendship with Huckleberry Finn. So that's why, with this reason, he was not invited to the party. But here Huck have seen the boat where the children are going on a picnic, but he didn't take any interest in it. But tonight Huck was not interested in that birthday picnics. He was interested in Injun Joe's treasure, as they have seen in the haunted house. In the previous chapter we have discussed there. He hid behind a tree and watched an old house. Injun Joe's in that house. He thought, I will stay here and wait. When he comes out, I will follow him and I will find the treasure. It was late and very dark. In the previous chapter, we have seen that Injun Joe left the bag there, and they came back night and put that bag at the cross. So because of that, here Huck decided to follow them secretly. Huck decided to follow them secretly to find the treasure and to find the cross where they will put. And it was late and very dark. He had been waiting there. Who is waiting there? Tom had been waiting near the old haunted house for the appearance of Injun Joe and his assistant. Soon 2 men came out. After the dark, 2 men came out. It was Injun Joe and his friend. Huck followed them quietly, silently, without anyone notices him. And they are going to Widow Dougal's house, thought Huck. While he was following both guys, he came to know a new thing. That is, they are going to Widow Dougal's house, thought Huck. But why? Suddenly the 2 men stopped. Injun Joe said, many years ago, Widow Dougal's husband was very cruel to me. Now I want to hurt the widow. Now I want to hurt the widow. So now Injunjo wants to take revenge on Widow Douglas. Here we should know about Widow Douglas. While I am giving a list of characters, in the list of adult characters especially, I wrote Widow Douglas. Widow Douglas is a kind-hearted, pious resident of St. Petersburg, and most of the children treated her as a friend. So everyone loves her. Everyone, particularly children, loves her. Got it? Okay. Here, Injunjo wants to take revenge on that good-hearted fellow, on Widow Douglas. So what's the reason? Maybe many years ago, Widow Douglas' husband was very cruel to me, and now I want to hurt the widow. I want to cut her face and her nose and her ears. So such a violent man he was. We already knew that Injunjo is a villain and he is a violent, wicked man. He's a static character. He doesn't change. And you must help me. So Injunjo requested his assistant to help in misshaping Widow Douglas, in taking revenge on her. Oh, please don't kill her, said his friend. So even friend also have a soft corner on Widow Douglas. So we can understand how good she was. But here Injunjo laughed. Huck heard this and wanted to run away. On hearing the conversation between Injunjo and his assistant, he knew that he decided. Who decided? Huck decided. He was secretly watching them behind. He decided to save the old lady. So that's why he left that place. To where? So let us see. But he remembered that Widow Douglas was kind to him. I must help her. And even Huck also got help from her. So that's why Huck wants to save her. Thought Huck, these men want to kill the poor old woman. He ran quickly to Bill Wells' house. And immediately go to Mr. Wells, another resident of St. Petersburg. Mr. Wells, help. Mr. Wells, open the door. Mr. Wells, please help me. He's knocking on the door furiously. Two men want to kill Widow Douglas. Mr. Wells and his son took their rifles. They ran to the widow's house. Suddenly, there was a loud shot. So on hearing the words of Huck, and Wells and his sons came out with their rifles to save the Widow Douglas, and they shot their rifle in the air. On hearing that sound, Injunjo and his friend escaped, and the widow was not hurt. So thus, our second hero, Huckleberry Finn, saved Widow Douglas' life. So here we can understand Huckleberry Finn was introduced as a careless boy and as an outcast, an orphan, and he was known as a bad fellow to all the other people. Now he shows maturity. And he proves himself as a kind-hearted fellow by doing this thing. So let's continue. The next morning, Huck returned to see Mr. Wells. Here, you are a courageous boy, Huck, said Mr. Wells. So here, Mr. Wells appreciated Huck for his deed, for his help. You saved the widow's life. The two men escaped, but we will find them. Of course, they can't catch them. They couldn't catch them. But here, he got the appreciation. Who got the appreciation of others? Huck. And sit down and have breakfast with us. It was really very good thing for Huck, because no one invited him into their houses. But here he got a chance. Huck was very happy because he saved the widow's life, and now he had new friends. So these are the two reasons for his happiness. So what are the reasons is? The reason number one is he saved the widow's life. And the second one is now he had a new friends. Thus, Mr. Wells and his family. That morning, all people of St. Petersburg knew that Tom and Becky were lost in McDougall's cave. They were worried. So, here another twist. The boys and girls who forgot Becky Thatcher and Tom Sawyer, and the news was now spread in the village, spread over the village as they were lost in the McDougall's cave. Let us see what they were doing. Meanwhile, Tom and Becky did not know what to do. They were afraid. Tom took Becky's hand and they walked and walked. Tom wanted to find the entrance of the cave, but he couldn't, because as the McDougall's cave was very big and has a lot of tunnels and small passages, it was difficult for them to come out. Though they both have tried hard, they couldn't come out of it. They couldn't find the entrance. So Tom and Becky entered a big room with a lot of bats. Unexpectedly, they entered a room with a lot of bats. Generally, we see bats in those kind of caves or tunnels. It was terrible, really unpleasant and sad. The bats flew over their heads, and when Tom and Becky ran away, the bats followed them. Both were chased by them. Finally, the bats went away. Becky looked at Tom and said in a sad voice, "Tom, where are we?" "I don't know, Becky." He is also in the same condition where the Becky is. They continued walking in dark tunnels. They were both tired and hungry, and Becky started crying, and no one will ever find us. She was losing hope in coming out of the cave. And there are too many tunnels and rooms. "Oh, we are going to die here." He lost hope and said, "We may die here. We will get out of this cave, Becky. You will see," said Tom. But here Tom encourages her. Tom gives her relief, trying to console her by saying, Tom tries to console Becky by saying, "We will get out of this cave. You will see." Because as he has confidence in himself, confidence in him. Okay, they ate their last piece of cake. Soon their last candle went out. They both were weakened. The candles where they carried to find the way was burned out, and they were weakened because lack of food, and they were completely tired. And here is another paragraph. Everything was dark, and what time was it? What day was it? They didn't know, because as it was completely dark, they didn't know the time and the day also. Maybe it has been 2 or 3 days, and they were tired and slept. When they woke up, they were very hungry. Suddenly, Tom heard a noise. On searching for very long time, they heard a noise. "Listen, Becky, did you hear a noise? Someone is looking for us." "Oh," Becky looked at Tom and smiled. "I am going to see." But said Tom said, "You stay here, Becky, I will go." Because as Becky was very weak and hungry, he don't want to take her with him. So that's why he go alone. So here is the picture. We can see Becky Thatcher and Tom Sawyer in the cave where bats were chasing them. Okay, let us see. That was the twist. We will see in the next chapter. Whether the hero and heroine will come out of the cave or saved themselves in the chapter number 8, the last one. Okay. Let us see the comprehension passages from the chapter number 7. So as the chapter was big in size, we have 2 comprehension passages. Till now we have completed 10 comprehension passages. Let us see chapter number 6 comprehension, 7th comprehension passage. It is a passage number 11 here. And we have seen 2 important incidents, how Huckleberry Finn has saved Widow Dougall's life from the cruel people, Injun Joe and his assistant. And there is another important episode is Becky Thatcher and Tom Sawyer were lost in the McDowell's cave when they went to picnic along with other boys on the occasion of his or her birthday party, on her birthday. So let us see. In the evening, the other children returned to the boat. They laughed and talked. They were very tired. They did not see that Tom and Becky were not there. The boat took them back of St. Peter's. So this is the important thing I have told you. And how Becky and Tom were lost in the cave as they lost their way. Here they returned, the young boys and girls returned to home by boat, forgetting about these 2 people, that is Tom Sawyer and Becky Thatcher. That was the thing here. And also the brave act done by Huckleberry Finn also expressed in this paragraph. And here we have 5 questions. Let us see. Question number 1. Why were Tom and Becky not with the other children? Why were Tom and Becky not with the other children? So you can write directly, they were lost in the cave. They were lost in the cave. That is a perfect answer for the question. They were lost in the cave. Okay, let us see the question number 2. Why did Huck not know about the picnic? Why did Huck not know about the picnic? So we have an answer directly. And see the second line of the second paragraph. Second line of the second paragraph. They never invited him to birthday picnics. Underline the sentence. They never invited him to birthday picnics. Who never invited whom to birthday picnics? The people of St. Petersburg, particularly the parents. So here we can write, no one invited him, no one never invited him to the birthday picnics. He was not invited to such birthday parties. So the perfect answer is, no one invited him to the birthday picnics. That is the answer you should write. And let's see the third one. What was Huck interested in that night? Actually, he was not along with the other boys. He interested in something. What was Huck's interest now? He was interested in Injun Joe's treasure. He was interested in Injun Joe's treasure. And we have the answer in the third line of the second paragraph. He was interested in Injun Joe's treasure. You can write that sentence directly. So no need to add or eliminate. Got it? He interested in Injun Joe's treasure. Okay, let us see the fourth question. Why were the 2 men going to Widow Dougall's house? Why were the 2 men? Who are the 2 men here? Injun Joe and his assistant. Why were the 2 men going to Widow Dougall's house? They were going to Widow Dougal's house to hurt her. To hurt the widow. You can write to hurt the widow is enough. To hurt the widow. And let's answer the fifth one. It's a statement given. You need to find whether it is true or false. Huck was waiting for Injun Joe behind the tree because he knew that Injun Joe was going to hurt Widow Douglas. Is it true? I will explain the meaning of the sentence. Then you can decide. Huck was waiting for Injun Joe. It's true. He was waiting for the Injun Joe behind the tree. He was looking for him. But the reason is to find the treasure. But here what was given? He knew that Injun Joe going to hurt Widow Douglas. No, he didn't know this. While following them, he came to know this. He didn't know it before. So that's why it's a false sentence. As Huck did not know about hurting of Injun Joe is going to hurt Widow Douglas. He didn't know before. So that's why it's a false one. Don't get confused. So these are all the answers for paragraph number 11. And let us see another paragraph that is given from the same chapter. Here, how Huck became the savior of Widow Douglas. The scene is given completely here. How he saved the old and kind-hearted widow's life. So I'm reading this. Mr. Wells, help. Mr. Wells, help. Open the door. Mr. Wells, please help me. 2 men want to kill Widow Douglas. Mr. Wells and his sons took their rifles. They ran to the widow's house. Suddenly, there was a loud shot. Injun Joe and his friends escaped. So this is what happened here. And he got appreciated by Wells also. Okay, let us answer the questions. Why is Huck asking for Mr. Wells' help? Why is Huck asking for Mr. Wells' help? Because he came to know that 2 men are going to hurt Widow Douglas. 2 men are going to hurt Widow Douglas. We have an answer. See the first paragraph. 2 men want to kill Widow Douglas. See the ending line. You can write directly that answer. And let us answer the second one. Did Mr. Wells catch Injun Joe and his friend? What happened to them? So here we can answer very easily. That is, did Mr. Wells catch Injun Joe and his friend? No, they didn't catch. So you can write just the answer no for the first one. And the next one is also included in it. That is, what happened to them? They both escaped. The 2 men escaped. So you can write 2 answers. For the first question, you can write no. And the second question, the answer for the second question is they both escaped by putting a comma after no. That is what you need to write as the answer for the second question. Okay? See the third one. What are the 2 reasons for which Huck was happy? Here we have seen Huck was very happy by saving the Widow Douglas from Injun Joe. So we have a direct answer here. Huck was happy because he saved the widow's life and now he had new friends. And see the third line of the second paragraph. The answer was directly given. Huck was happy because he saved the widow's life and now he had new friends. So those are the 2 reasons for his happiness. Okay? And let's deal with the fourth one. Why were the people of St. Petersburg worried? Why were the people of the St. Petersburg worried? So it's a multiple choice question. I am reading the choices first. Because the widow was attacked. Because they knew Injunjo was involved in the attack? Because they came to know that Tom and Becky were lost. The right answer for the question number 4 is option C. Because they came to know that Tom and Becky were lost. Attacking a widow was not known to one except Huck and Wells. And Injunjo was involved in that attack is also known to only Wells family and Huck. But the other people in the town came to know a new thing, that is, Tom and Becky were lost in the McDougal's cave. So we should select option C as the answer for the question number 4. And let's see the last one. Write the noun form of courageous. Courageous. The answer is courage. C-O-U-R-A-G-E. Actually, it is an adjective. We should change them into noun by removing the suffix O-U-S. O-U-S. By eliminating the suffix O-U-S, we can make it as a noun. So the answer is courage. In the last paragraph, we have written a noun form for the verb terrified. What is the noun form for the word terrified? Terror. Terror. So thus we can answer the 2 paragraphs that are related to the chapter number 7, the McDougal's cave. The McDougal's cave. And hope you understand the answers of the passages. You can write them in your notes and prepare them well. Thank you.